Hey college football fans, so a little bit late on this, but life was happening. I'm going to go through the winners of week 10 this past Saturday, November 5th. So starting off, Georgia, congratulations. Everybody talked about fast-paced Tennessee. They were the gazelle. Well, you were surely the anaconda. You squeezed the life out of them. You put them out of submission early, and they never really had a chance, and you pounced as well. You attacked when you had the shot. And on that note, Stetson Bennett, once again, congrats, number 13. You proved that you were the sexier of the two quarterbacks going head-to-head. You proved it against Bryce Young in the Natty last year, proved it against Bo Nix against Oregon in the opener, proved it against Anthony Richardson, proved it against Spencer Rattler, proved it against now Hendon Hooker. Now, I know Hooker was really the sexiest and the highest Heisman hope of all those mentioned, although Bo Nix is looking pretty good right now. But once again, Stetson Bennett just does his thing and shows that he's the quarterback that's got as much goods, if not maybe more goods overall, and knows how to use his tools and work well with what he's got. So congrats, Stetson Bennett. Brian Kelly, also a winner. He knocks off a top 5 team for the first time in 11 years, beats Alabama, beats Nick Saban. But can we do college football a favor and do your team a favor, Brian Kelly? Let's stop making it so much about you. Let's make it more about the dudes that you had playing and everything that was going on in terms of, you know, the guys between the stripes. Too many times in the press conference and in the reactions, it was about me, and I came to this program and I helped turn it around and I helped bring back the restoration. And mad props to you, but you know, Coach 101 is you give the credit to your team and that program first and not so much on about you. So that's really the only remark I had about that. Liberty, congrats to the Liberty Flames. 8-1 now, their first win over an SEC program, just about 5 years into their membership into FBS. They are playing at a high level. Hugh Freeze is doing great things there. Signed a contract extension. If he can stay, Liberty's not only moving up to Conference USA next year, but they could be looking at moving up to maybe even higher ranks in G5, maybe even within 10 years, a Power 5 position, whether it's in the ACC or something else like that. And their only loss this year, a 1-point loss to Wake Forest. So think about that. We could be talking about an undefeated Liberty Flames football team had they finished the job at Wake Forest. But 8-1 and only a 1-point loss, that is certainly outstanding. So congrats to the Liberty Flames. Kansas Jayhawks, rock chalk, baby. You got your 6th win. You are now bowl eligible for the first time since 2008, and that is remarkable. Lance Leipold and his staff deserve so much credit, and they're doing it the right way. They're deflecting to their players, and Leipold is deflecting to his staff. But what a outstanding season they've had, even if they don't win another game throughout. And I'm not saying that they won't. They certainly could. They've got the talent, and they're proving now that they've got depth. So Jaden Daniels goes down, but you've got Jason Bean coming in and played well last week, played well this game against Oklahoma State, throwing the ball and running the football. So congrats to the Jayhawks there. And what I like about Leipold's team is Leipold's doing it his way, the hard way, the right way, in my opinion. Yeah, he brought in transfers, but he's not cutting corners. He's not, there's no gimmicks. There's really no NIL to dangle in front of his players. He's just giving them a pitch about you've got an opportunity to be something special, to be part of a group that turns things around for Kansas football. And with guys like Devin Neal and, like I said, Daniels and Jared Case, one of my favorite football players, that big Lunkin fullback, the offensive lineman that he has, Luke Grimm. I mean, you could go on and on, but kudos to the KU Jayhawks. Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman, their first win against the top 5 team for Notre Dame in at least 11 years. And I know everybody's going to want to point to the losses against Marshall and Stanford, both at home. But they beat North Carolina, and that's North Carolina's only loss this year, and they did it in Chapel Hill. They obviously just beat number 5 Clemson, or number 4 Clemson. They did it in South Bend, but they did it in dominating fashion. They really dominated Syracuse. I mean, the Orange tried to make a comeback in the second half there, and a 12-point loss to Ohio State on the road. So this Notre Dame team, who I thought was looking pretty good to start the year, didn't start off well, but Marcus Freeman has this team kind of rounding into shape and doing it in a way that, you know, he was used to playing, with solid defense, with good play up front on the offensive line, and good run game. So kudos to the Irish there and Coach Freeman. And then finally, honorable mention winner is Michigan State. Good for you, Sparty. You got past all that tunnel talk and you stepped up and you handed it to Illinois in their backyard. I believe it was Illinois' homecoming as well. So you kind of put aside all this stuff about the inexcusable actions which those players were reprimanded and dealt with, but the guys who were not part of it, the guys who are part of the team, which is the majority of that Spartan team, they buckled down and they said, you know what, we're a better team than people are making us out to be. We're a more disciplined team than people are making us out to be, and our coach Mel Tucker is a better coach than people are giving him credit for, with the foibles of what's happened last week and earlier in the season. So good on you, Sparty, for going into Champaign and getting an important victory, not just for you, but an impressive victory over a pretty good Illinois football team. So those are my winners for week 10. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tweet it out. I'm at Chappy CFB. Another great day. Fall is here, and we're getting ready for week 11. I'm Chappy. This is what I love, and this is what I know.